Just a real quick little um, bonus video here right in the middle of this. I'm getting tired of editing all these prices. And in fact, not tired of it, I just don't want to do it in this way because I have to click on each one, click on, put in the price. And if there's a bunch of them, I don't want to do that. Let me go ahead and show you a quickie way to do this. There's a couple ways actually. I could go to the SQL Workshop and do a utility. Remember the data loading and unloading? We could load or unload to text. We could unload that particular table and just pick everything. And then have a separator and just unload that data. And I could edit the data. So over here, just start putting in some numbers and then reload it back in. So let me show that. 120. And I hope I put them all in the right spots. 25, 99. Just trying to fill all the prices out based on the one that was already populated. See, this one was populated. It was right after the icon. Okay, so let me save that. It's in my downloads. And let me close this and let me load the data back up into an existing table. And I'll upload the file. And we'll pick the table and click Next. And I can choose my file and click Next. And so there's this column mapping. And I actually probably picked the wrong item here, but it doesn't matter. Let's choose ID, title, subtitle. Make this a little bigger. And if you have problems getting to the next field, you can always click in and hit Tab. This is category, subcategory, icon. And by the way, I could have edited that in Excel and it would make it a lot more readable, but I didn't. And rating. And let's load the data. And that's actually going to complain, probably. See all these that failed? Because I need to delete or truncate that table. So let me go to SQL Workshop and let me go to that table. Let me just truncate its data. And here's an option to truncate and finish. And I'll go back to my loader, SQL Workshop, Utilities, Data Workshop. We're going to load again, existing table, upload file. Just pick the table, pick the file, and do all of that again. And all of that again. And let's see. We'll load the data. And none failed this time. Now let's go back to our application and we'll run our application. And we should have prices in there now. Go to web development. Yep, got prices in there. We go to finance and I've got prices there. So that's a quick way to get a data unloaded and loaded. And again, with Excel, it's much easier to read. Now, the other thing I could have done, let me see the time. I could have just gone to application, create a page, and there's a different type of form. It's a tabular form. So we're going to create a tabular form on that table. So we'll pick our table. And let's say we don't want all the items. For example, maybe we don't want, oh, we'll just include everything. That's fine. Next. And we can manage using the primary keys just like we always have. Next. And existing sequence, just like we always do. And we'll just go ahead and include everything as updatable columns. And we don't need all of that. We do want a navigation item though, which is this next item. And we'll just call this course tabular form. And we'll just make it a no parent. And if we cancel, if we click the cancel button, where do we want to go? Let's just go ahead and go to our courses page. And if we click OK, where do we want to go? Let's go to our courses page. And we'll click next and create. Now this is going to create a new page, so let's run it and see. We'll run our tabular form, just making it easier to update data quickly so that we don't have to deal with a whole lot of. So here I can just change a lot of these. Let's say I want them all to end in a 5 or 0 or 9. 0, 0, 9, 5, 9, 9, 5. How about 55, 40, 45, 75. And then we can just save out of here, apply the changes. And so now when we go to our courses list, we should have, or our subcategory page, we should have everything ending in 5 and 0. So all those updates got applied, 75 instead of 76. So that's a real quick way to have a tabular entry. And so I hope that helps for you. You can even have some of these be drop downs so that it's a kind of a easier way to kind of navigate through your data. And so your users may like this for editing data in your applications.